What's going on, everybody? C4, welcome back to more C4, the home to all of my Philadelphia Eagles content here, now, and forever. And we're going to be reacting to the Eagles' victory here. We're about halftime. Actually, I'm kind of annoyed that I'm missing these games. We're about halftime of the next slate. Kind of was more so waiting for an update on Jordan Davis. But Philadelphia won, handled business against the Pittsburgh Steelers, remain the only undefeated team in the NFL, 7-0, 4-0 undefeated at the length, 35-13. And the reason why, the Jordan Davis injury, man. If that Jordan Davis injury was an Achilles, this would almost felt like a loss. Luckily, it sucks, still sucks that we're going to be down Jordan Davis, but it's a high ankle sprain. That's about a month recovery time. So it's still all smiles. It sucks that we're going to be missing him for that. But luckily, our D-line, Fletch is Fletch. He's playing better football now. Javon Hargrave's just coming off his best game. 8 tackles. 8 total tackles, 2 sacks, a TFL, 2 quarterback hits against his former team. He was motivated against Pittsburgh, but he's playing well. Marlon Tuipulotu played well. He had a sack in this game. Milton Williams, who I think he picked up an injury at some point, he picked up a sack in this game. So if you had to say, C4, what position will just, as it relates to defense, could Philly suffer an injury? Not a long-term, you don't want to suffer a long-term injury anywhere. But there's going to be a month that you're going to be missing a guy. You could make an argument that defensive tackle is a spot that we're fine. Defensive line is a spot that we're fine. So hopefully speedy recovery for Jordan Davis. I want to get him back on the field because he's an absolute monster. He's been phenomenal for the Philadelphia Eagles. But it's a win, getting out without an Achilles. Someone that has torn their Achilles. I did my senior year of high school. Man, I still feel it to this day. I don't even know how many years. That was 12 years ago when I was in high school. And I still, if I'm out shoveling, during a snowstorm, my ankle just killing me. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm an old man. But very happy that that's not the case with Jordan Davis. So let's get some grades in here today. This was a game that we expected to win. I thought Pittsburgh was Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? I like the Steelers. Honestly, they're as a neutral, they're a team that I've always kind of enjoyed. I like Kenny Pickett, Chase Claypool, Freiermuth, George Pickens was my favorite wide receiver in the draft. And, they're missing They're missing TJ Watt. And this is just a story of two teams. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers trying to figure out their new identity post Ben Roethlisberger. It's, beginning of a rebuild for the Steelers. And the Philadelphia Eagles are the most complete team in the NFL. I can say that, no bias whatsoever. I'm not going to say that Philly is the undisputed best team in the NFL because we don't have Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes. But from spot 1 to 53, there is not a roster that I don't want to say that it's not close. But, it's Philly, Gap, and then you probably put, the Bills, maybe. But pound for pound, Philly has the strongest roster in the NFL. We're flexing our muscles. We're undefeated. We're on to, I think we got Houston next Thursday, or this coming Thursday. That'll be fun. Let's go into the grades here, though. Jalen Hurts, 19 of 28, 4 touchdowns, no picks on 285 yards. Did get sacked 3 times. I will give credit where credit is due. If something looked a little rusty, you could argue the offensive line coming out of the bye week. Yeah, I would like to see them shut down the Pittsburgh Steelers a little bit more. So Jalen Hurts was under pressure a little bit, but it was outstanding. I will say the first touchdown pass from Jalen Hurts was not a good throw at all. He got bailed out by A.J. Brown, but then he followed up with 2 ridiculous throws to A.J. Brown. Jalen Hurts is getting an A+. But if I had to spin it around, and I'm not anti-Jalen Hurts, even though there's some people that will always just think C4's anti-Jalen Hurts, and I can say that I'm not until I'm blue in the face. They'll still believe what they want to believe. And it's not consensus around the community. I saw this week someone posted my Jalen Hurts gets drafted by the Eagles reaction on the Eagles Reddit. And almost all the comments, I think literally every comment that I saw was people saying at the time, this is a reasonable reaction. But if I had to say one thing, it's what the transition from Jalen Hurts last year to this year, why he's playing so well. If this makes me sound anti-Jalen Hurts, so be it. I still think it's did Jalen Hurts grind? Hashtag grinding, hashtag no days off. Did he do that to become this quarterback? Is Brian Johnson, whatever the fuck, the from Florida, who's now our quarterback coach, is he really tapping into Jalen Hurts? Maybe. But in my opinion, the biggest reason why Jalen Hurts looks day and night better than he did last year is this man right here. This man. Great wide receivers. And we had good wide receivers. Devontae Smith, I think he has wide receiver 1 potential in the NFL. Dallas Goedert, top 5 tight end in the NFL. And he ain't 5. But A.J. Brown, a great wide receiver, can bail out a developing quarterback. And I think that is what we're seeing, more so than anything. It's definitely some parts. Jalen Hurts is such a fucking hard worker that he's elevated his game. He's more comfortable in the offense. He's processing, reading the game better. Absolutely. But if you had to say he got 10 overall points better, C4, I'm going 6 points of that goes to having A.J. Brown, and 4 points of that are on Jalen Hurts. Now, if that makes me a hater, so be it. I firmly believe that's the case. And I will say that when it comes to contract extension time, I think Howie's going to try to secure and lock down Jalen Hurts sooner than later. The one thing I will say to be cautious about is we better be confident that it's not all A.J. Brown's on this offense. That's what's helping out Jalen Hurts. And it is some level of Jalen Hurts is taking steps, and we're going to assume that he's going to continue on a certain trajectory to become a great franchise quarterback. That's going to have to be something that gets decided in the Philadelphia Eagles front office. But I will say that that would be my one sense of whoa, can we just make sure? Can we make sure that this is not all A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts actually is better? That's stuff that you could see, but I do think it's understated amongst the Hurts homers how important A.J. Brown has been to his development. All that being said, A.J. Brown and the passing offense, and is it Hurts? It's not Hurts. I'm giving Hurts an A+ today. He was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Had some of his best throws I've ever seen. A+ for quarterback number one. My quarterback number one. Right in the game, didn't really have to run the ball a lot. It was just a mix of Pittsburgh was weird. But Pittsburgh is usually having a very quick 3-and-out, or they had a 7-minute drive. There was no in between. So Philadelphia's rushing offense couldn't really get it established. And Miles Sanders did the damn thing. 9 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown. And he is doing everything he possibly can to make a case of getting re-signed for the Philadelphia Eagles, or making sure that he deserves and earns a contract. I don't know if he's going to get it from Howie Roseman. I think if I'm Howie Roseman, there's still value in the fact we got to pay Jalen Hurts. People are going to have to get cut. You can't re-sign everybody, and maybe we can grab a running back in the draft that can give us something like this. Maybe maybe you wait a little bit, go day 3 of the draft, get Chase Brown out of Illinois, get a Canadian back there, show you how it's done. But Miles Sanders played great today. The runner offense did what they had to do. I'll give them a B+. 8.7 yards per carry for your starting running back. Yeah, we'll give them a B+. The receivers, outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. They're not going to get an A+ because I don't even know how many drops. I do feel I think A.J. Brown had a drop or two. I think Devontae had a drop or two. It's bye-week rust. They're getting A's. I'm giving A.J. Brown still an A+. He himself gets an A+, but overall with the drops, even though he was responsible, I'll give him an A. We'll give him an A+. We'll give him an A+ and justify the drops because they're coming out the bye week. Because A.J. Brown was amazing. Absolutely amazing here today. And the argument can be with the drop. It should be even more. He should have had 8 catches, 190 yards. Didn't drop a touchdown like that. But A.J. Brown, what a player. It's almost. I'm personally almost just it's too good to be true. Wait for the other shoe to drop. He has been a guy that has had some injuries with Tennessee. I'm not manifesting this. I don't want to say this and have someone say C4, you jinxed it. But until the wheels fall off, man, A.J. Brown, what a player. And it only cost us the 18th pick and some salary cap. I'd make that trade every day of the week. Howie Roseman masterclass, given the receivers. We got to change it right now on the spot from an A up to an A+. Defensively, A. I feel like it wasn't an A+. There was some drives, some bad tackling, which is kind of creeped up against Philadelphia a little bit. But I will say one thing. I'm a little worried. I like TJ Edwards. I had TJ Edwards as someone I had mocked to the Philadelphia Eagles when he was coming out of Wisconsin. I am a little worried because it does feel like, even though you see that, 2 PBUs, it still feels like when teams need a play over the middle, it's like they're kind of picking on TJ Edwards a little bit. So that's something to kind of watch on, especially if a good tight end, good slot player. But, I mean, just, we did what we had to do. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, sack and an interception. He's going to get paid. He's got to get paid. It's going to happen. Hargrave, 2 sacks in the TFL. We had a sack for Tui Pelotu, a sack for Milton Williams, 6 sacks on the day. Hassan Riddick looked good. Bradbury looked solid. Maddox made a couple plays, man. It's good to have Avonte Maddox back and healthy. One of the most underrated slot corners in the NFL. I would say, a couple missed out. Robert Quinn, It's going to take him a minute to get caught up to speed. Obviously, I wasn't expecting Robert Quinn to come in and get a sack right away. I don't even know what his snap counts were. I think they were saying they want to get him on like 15, 20 snaps in this game. But like he's going to slowly get integrated. He's going to help with the pass rush a little bit. But anytime you hold him 13 points, you got to give him an A, man. Outstanding performance all around. We handled business. Now we have the Houston Texans on Thursday night. That's going to be weird. They're talking about during the broadcast. Going from bye week to game to short week to like almost that little mini bye week because you don't play that Sunday, you go all the way. Weird scheduling for Philadelphia. They if there's a chance that's like randomness, things out of their control, which is scheduling, can kind of catch up to them. Something weird could happen. But obviously we're going to go in that game against Houston, who are currently losing 14-3 at the top of the screen here, the Tennessee Titans. We're going to be very optimistic. And that's going to be a game too. If you just shut down Dameon Pierce, you're probably going to have great results in that matchup. But outstanding for Philadelphia. Let me know. I mean, we're going game ball offensively. It's going A.J. Brown. Defensively, probably Chauncey. It's either Chauncey or Hargrave. One of these two would get out of the defense. But overall, we're just throwing it one game ball. We're giving A.J. Brown. Let me know in the comment section below who you would give it to. How do you feel about the Eagles? Obviously, good news about Jordan Davis. That was kind of the thing that was a little bit up in limbo right now. But happy with that performance, man, and on to the next one. So that'll do it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button if you enjoyed. I'll see you back here on Thursday for that Texans game. Peace out.